Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. In the studio with me again, Mr. Dave Schamanel from Slick Sticks. And you can give him a shout at 805-598-9993. Mr. Jim DeLobby, PGA professional, Monarchs Dunes Golf Course. I'm Mike Brabennick, director of golf also at Paso Robles Golf Club. You guys looking to bring a group over to Paso Golf Club, give me a call directly, 805-238-4722. Visit us online at PasoRoblesGolfClub.com. Multi-million-dollar renovation to the golf course facilities. We also have live music on Wednesday nights, 5:30 to 8, and dinner 5 nights a week, Monday through Friday, and breakfast and lunch also available 7 days a week. That's PasoRoblesGolfClub.com, 805-238-4722. I also want to thank a couple other partners of ours, McPhee's Grill of Templeton, McPhee'sGrill.com, and 805-434-3204. You can win $25 gift cards to McPhee's Grill for calling the show. We have Dave and I and Jim, we're talking a lot about the golf swing and different things that Jim's going through with some trainings and how unique the golf swing is. We are fielding your calls. If you've got a question about golf equipment or your swing or golf in general, you can call us here, 595-3776. That's 805-595-3776. You call in, we'll join in the conversation. We'll send you something really cool. You just have to submit it through golftalkradio.com. I want to say a quick shout-out to my son. He and my wife drove over to Bakersfield at about 6 this morning, and he's doing a skating scooter competition over there in Ronca, and really big deal, first of 4 events, and he's been practicing really, really hard. And we had a little moment last night. That's another reason I was bringing it up. He started working at the golf course about a month and a half ago. And,
how's that going?
He's loving it, which is really cool because I wasn't sure he would like it. But he's not old enough to drive the carts yet, but he's handpicking the range, detailing carts, doing the bathrooms, just doing anything and everything around there. So last night I got done with a club fitting, and it was probably 5:15, something like that. And the only reason I say is he's getting ready to come out and pick the range. So he's like, you all done? Like, he's like, Dad, you done? I need to go pick the balls. I'm like,
you're not, hurry
yeah.
up.
He's like, I could kind of read between the lines. And he goes, and I've learned this as a parent. He goes, hey, can I hit a couple balls? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And he's kind of a golfer, but golf's not. He doesn't move fast enough. So, so he's making some swings. Then I'm hitting some balls. He's hitting some balls. Just kind of cool. We're just the only two on the back tee and hitting some balls out there, and it's beautiful. You know, the sun's getting ready to go down. And he goes, God, why does this happen? Like, he starts asking me. And so I said, well, watch if we kind of move your hands to here. So I went over and I just kind of moved his hands to here. And then he made a swing, and it totally changed the shot and everything. He's, oh, my gosh, that was really cool. And he goes, hey, you got a second? I said, yeah. He goes, you got to see how far I can hit this 3-wood. And I go, you've been practicing or something? Like, because, you know.
Being young.
Yeah, so he goes running back into the cart barn, and he grabs this, like, Cobra 3-wood that's probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years old. It's a nice 3-wood, but it's really small. So he tees it up, and, man, he takes a swing, and he hits it probably as good as you can hit a golf ball. And I go, that's gone. And it goes over the back of the fence and off a roof.
Oops.
And he goes, I can't believe I could hit a 3-wood that far. I said, if I were you, I'd take that club right now and I'd lay it on the ground. Because I go, there's somebody who's going to come out from that house. Because the lesson tee is closer to the houses on the back of the range, and it's really only meant for, like, irons, right? Unless you don't hit woods very far. But it was a very fun moment, and it was funny. Nobody got hurt. The house wasn't hurt and all that stuff. But it was the look on his face and watching him hit that ball. I mean, he just killed it. And I thought, here's a kid who doesn't really play golf, and everybody associates that he does play golf just because his dad was working golf all his life. And I had that talk with both my kids. I said, hey, you guys you play golf if you want to play golf. If you don't want to play golf, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It really doesn't. And I said, you guys got to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. There's no expectation on my side or your mom that you got to play. So everybody's shocked when they're like, golf isn't the number one thing that your kids do, you know. And I don't know if you ever hear that, Jim, but anyway, it was a very cool moment, and it was fun, and it was fun to see him hitting the ball. I thought, well, maybe someday, you know, we will get back out there and play again. But I mean, right now he's so engulfed in the skating and
that scooter
the
stuff. That sounds really neat.
And the video stuff, and it's, you know, it's high energy. I mean, it's really high energy, and the people he's met has had the opportunity to meet and become, you know, really good friends with just the possibilities and the doors are just opening.
That's what
like
you're
crazy.
talking. He's got sponsors and
It's
all kinds
crazy.
of stuff.
Yeah, he just got another
that's
sponsor.
wild.
So, but I think, man.
So he hit the shot, and the lady came out, and you're screaming, "The kid did it! The kid did it!"
I was like this, hands in the air, like, it's not me, it's not me. No, nobody came out actually, which was good, but it was a funny moment. But wanted to jump into, I guess we can jump back into a couple things, and it's Clubbing with Dave, so we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. The number one topic that I put on there, and actually I put it kind of on our topics, and I put it also in Clubbing with Dave, was the way technology is now entering even more so into the golfing industry in general. Mm-hmm. And as we thought, now
that ball.
Now OnCore Golf, which I think another company, I was trying to remember, we had them on, interviewed them about a year ago. They were trying to put a chip in a golf ball so that it could be tracked. And it would be tracked not only to find the ball, but it could track the flight of the ball. It could track
spin
all the way around the course and give you all this data. Mm-hmm. And OnCore Golf is going to launch what they call the game's most innovative golf ball. It's the ball with a brain. It's the Genius. I think it's Genius ball, I guess it's called.
Genius, yeah.
Genius, yeah. And so this is OnCore Golf. We had them on last week. This is out of Buffalo, New York. They're based out of there. And it's a golf ball that they call a game changer. And it's their proprietary software again. And it interfaces with mobile devices. They expect the golf ball to work with not only their app, but other golf app developers. And that way the data can be easily integrated with other GPS and course visualization applications.
It's a smart golf ball.
Oh, it's crazy.
And yeah, that's why it got its name. It's not only smart, it's a genius.
Yeah, and one of the challenges that they have, which I never really thought about this, when they put a chip in the ball, and the press release that I gave Dave and Jim, they show the inside of where the chip is. When you think about the extreme forces on the golf ball,
oh, jeez,
for impact and they could damage or destroy the electronics, and they mentioned how a lot of the different companies before were having really big challenges with that. It really is pretty amazing that they can develop a golf ball that can put a chip in that will survive the constant.
Survive is a good word.
The constant impact of, and like Dave said, he goes, well, I might know where the ball is, but if it's in the bottom of the lake, it's still gone.
Right where it is gone.
But, I guess my question to you guys on this, is it a good thing? Do you think it's a good thing? Is it a good thing to have the technology and the chip in the golf ball? You talked about, Jim, the pro shop being able to look down on the driving range, and they can film or video your swings, and then after maybe you're warming up to go play, and you go play around, and you come back in, and they've got your swing all analyzed, and if you want it, you pay $25 or whatever you pay, and you get all your data, and you get the drills that you should be doing, and you get all those things from an instructor that was working on it while you're out playing, which I think is brilliant. I think that's awesome, and I think this golf ball with the chip is awesome too.
I don't see why there would be anything wrong with it.
I think the next generations are going to love it. Behind us, X, Y, and Z. This is a great thing for them.
Yeah. So nothing you see that.
Well, if you lose it and you pay a lot of money, that's a hard thing.
$25 ball.
$25 ball, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's the only issue is it goes into a lake.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now,
I'd go swimming.
Because people are already afraid, as you know, to hit when they're beginners or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to lose their colored balls, whatever it is, brand new. They're learning about used balls. This thing would be, at this moment, it's almost, that golf course better be not, better not have places where it could be lost quickly. So. Yeah.
Well, imagine the value now.
Of a used ball. Here, used golf balls, only $19.95.
Imagine the value. Now, here's the other thing. I don't know how this all works because it's not, obviously, they're not available yet. But ball with the brain, if it does tie into all these apps and different things, once you tag the ball, like let's say you buy the ball.
It's yours.
And you hook it up with your app or whatever, does that mean it's yours all for the life of the ball?
Wow.
And then you lose it, and you lose it in the water, and then
the ball diver finds it.
And the ball diver finds it and picks it out. Not that it's going to have,
or the homeowner finds it.
Yes. Oh, here's another part.
Kid hit a 3-wood out.
Can you trace it?
That's what I was just going to say. Like my son, who hit the house.
Can you imagine people chasing their ball on the road?
Oh, my God.
That car has my ball.
I think this is adding a little more stress to the game.
I don't know.
Maybe just on the driving range. Who knows? But or a particular, shot. Oh my
I mean,
God.
you literally could track when someone hits a house and breaks a window. If it's one of these balls, if you have the app, unless it's just for that individual and they can't get in and hack into the ball.
Yeah, you'd have to have has to have some type of differential in the app where this ball is. It might have a serial number or something like that. Or
Shut it off. Ball shut off now.
Or a barcode or something where that's my ball. Because if you got to force everybody playing that ball, that same type of ball anyway, you got to have something that say that one's my ball and that one's your ball, and I can only pick up.
Well,
one. I don't know.
They have now, and I can't remember which company it is, or which bank it is, but there's an app now that you can shut your debit card off.
I've seen that. I
like that.
Which is brilliant when you think about it.
Oh, you bet.
That's pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm sure you could do the same thing with the golf ball. It is very interesting to see where technology is going.
There's a lot of husbands out there that use that, I'm sure. Are you going shopping today, huh? Honey?
That's
Have
really
a
funny.
good time.
Oh my gosh.
I never even thought about that.
Your card didn't work. Holy
How
cow,
many
that
how many
is
honeydews?
shame.
I'd see the wife coming home and going, man, I don't know what's going on. The debit card didn't work today.
Mine worked fine.
Oh, yeah. That is so funny. That is really, really good.
So, no, I like the idea. I think it's great.
Cool. So this is all the things it can do. Ball location, G-forces and impact, initial velocity, roll distance, spin rate, time in the air, angle of descent, carry distance, degree of draw or fade, and the height of the apex.
That's pretty amazing stuff. It really is.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Club fitting.
That's TrackMan or
That's club
Flight
fitting.
scope.
Club fitting with a ball.
Wow. Oh, by the way, I meant to tell you when we were talking about anytime you want to do that combine, give me a holler. I'll ride up to Paso. We'll have some fun for a day.
That'd be cool.
We'll have lunch or something.
Okay.
Okay?
That would be awesome.
That would be
man.
good.
I would love to do that. I want to get that for us up there too, because I've heard nothing but great things about it. I mean, it's really amazing. So I'll let you guys know too. I got some. We had OnCore Golf on last week, and we've got some OnCore balls that are going to be available at Paso Robles Golf Club. So the OnCore, the Elixir, they've got a new ball that actually has a thin steel on it, and so it's supposedly taken off. And then they've got the Avant, which is another golf ball. So we're going to have them in stock at Paso probably Monday.
Is that the tour ball that you had here?
Yeah. And I think you got a sleeve of the Elixir.
Did you play it, Mike?
I haven't hit it yet.
I only have two of them.
Dave said it felt pretty good, but he also said he hit a special shot.
Yeah. That really felt pretty cocky, and it didn't work too well.
Man of Steel.
Out of a bunker and...
yeah, well, it was a wet bunker, and I thought, let's have some fun, hit kind of a little trick shot, and, not catch sand and just really hit a super spinner, and it went too far. It's one of those that even if it had a chip, I would not find it.
You wouldn't find it? That's great. So let's jump into we're in clubbing with Dave. We're in the thick of it here. I got a couple other questions, guys, and you can look at clubbing with Dave segment there. We've got 5 of them. This is one I think that we've talked about we talked this a long time ago, and I think it's one of the most misunderstood things about the way the golf technology has gone with clubs is how does a golfer really decide how to build out their set?
Good question.
Because I did a fitting with the gal the other day. We did the Ping G400s. Mm-hmm. Okay, the thing that was really
you're selling the heck out of those things, aren't you?
The thing that was really cool was I went to the Ping site and it finally broke down. This is one of the first. Now I may be missing a couple other companies that have done it. They actually broke out that's what made me ask this question. They broke out the suggested breakout of the set. Like if you start with a 7-iron and you go to like a gap or a sand wedge, it's perfectly fine to go to a 6 hybrid from there. It's perfectly fine if the person wanted to go to a 5 hybrid from there, that's fine. If they want to fill that gap between a 7-iron and a 5 hybrid, this is what they suggest. And for a lot of companies, they don't do that. You know, if you're a fitter, it's one thing, but if you're Joe Public, you know, I realize that when you order a lot of these sets, a lot of these people are not calling Ping directly as an example. And I'm not knocking Ping. Ping is awesome on the site. But if you were Joe Public and you're calling up Ping and trying to go, hey, what do I do here? You know, and some people might get redundancy in their bag. And then I was reminded yesterday, people don't really understand how the wedges are laid out now either. They just don't understand how important it is. So I guess my question back to you guys is how do you decide how to build out a set? I mean, do you have to identify your strengths first?
Definitely. Or weaknesses,
Yeah. Or weaknesses.
And besides that, you know, just to begin with, you got to know what kind of clubs you're talking about, because, you know, when you say, you know, you got, let's say your longest iron's a 7-iron, you know, what's the next club? It might be a 7 hybrid. It might be a 6 hybrid. You know, it really kind of depends. You know, some companies, you know, I'll go like 7-iron is the longest iron, and then start off with a 7 hybrid.
Yeah,
and that goes longer, you know, than the 7-iron.
Right.
But then there are other companies that they just keep the numbers constant, and you go from 7-iron to 6 hybrid. So first thing you got to know is what company am I using?
Yeah.
And go from there. And then, of course, you got to know the person's strengths and weaknesses, because, you know, I still don't carry a hybrid. And
You still don't?
No, I don't.
You carry hybrids, right? No,
I carry hybrids, and I carry in my left-handed game all hybrids. I'm not messing around with my back, nothing. I want to hit it farther, and I go from lob wedge. I use tour edge all the way to.
Are you strictly left-handed?
6. No. But when I play that way, I didn't want to play with any cavity back or blades or anything. I wanted to hit the ground and sweep it.
Yeah.
And not have to, you know, I wanted that absorption, wind grips.
Yeah.
And so that hybrid really helps me launch another 20 yards on the 7-iron, 7 hybrid against the 7-iron, like Dave said. And then the other thing, it launches higher because it's center of gravity. There's more weight underneath the center of gravity of the ball. Pushing up, they're just easier to hit. Against my right-handed, they're easier to hit. Because right-handed, I go up to 5 hybrid.
You're talking left-handed then.
But left-handed, I'm all hybrid. Nothing but.
Huh. How good? And your left-handed game is pretty good, though.
90.
Wow.
2. I haven't broken 90. If I calculate
92 left-handed.
If I have to play like forward tee to get it, but I could play.
Sure.
I can play green tee real short at Monarch and get there easily. Anything else, I'm not ready for. So
yeah.
I'd blow up big time fast.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
But hybrid, I wouldn't play without it because I know what it would do if I hit that ground wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
And I'm not hitting it a lot. You know?
That makes a lot of sense. We kind of talked about number 2 here on the Clubbing with Dave list. We got just a minute or two. We were joking about this earlier, but how many topics should be covered in a single golf lesson, guys? Your thoughts?
Oh, tough one. If you're working with just grip and stance, you can do quite a few. But if you're working in swing mechanics, you can't do much more than 2 or 3.
Yeah. What do you think, Jim?
I just ask the person, what's the issue? They will say, well, I'm swinging wrong here. And I go, well, where's the ball going? What's the ball doing?
Right.
And then I'll just come up with whatever I need to do. If it's 1, 3, 5, I don't care. Whatever it takes to get that issue back in line in that kind of a lesson.
Yeah. So it kind of depends on really depends on what the student wants.
That's like one guy came to me a long time and goes, I hear I need to take lessons from him. I go, what do you want? What do you need? He goes, I don't need anything right now. I go, come back when you have an issue because you're not going to be motivated to practice. So I wait for the issue.
That's actually really
and I don't
good.
want, like the first tee taught me that, how, like 9 years ago, Bart Ellebrock, he's like, hey, you need to ask them what they think of those golf shots. And even though you think it's not perfect, what do they think?
Yeah.
They're topping it and they love it. You better get out of the way until they have an issue. Especially like I have a lot of these Groupon deals. They come in and they want quick. So I'm just like, I want one issue, one club. I don't want to know where that ball's going. And that's it. And I'll go after that issue only. and then it can mushroom a little bit, but I don't want to give them more than one tip. Or that's about all I want. I pray it's going to be one tip, and it sometimes it is. You know,
I love the way you said that. And the look on your face, man. That you can't
for those because I got to be quick, right? I've got to I got to make them happy, and I want to get them on the course, the challenge course, fast.
But part of that is of that's the job too of the of yourself as the instructor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get caught up. You know, you start having a lesson with somebody, and then the questions just keep going.
We're up to tip 438.
Yeah. And at some point, it's going to go backwards. Even if it's doing well in the range, it's when they leave there, it's not going to happen. I think a rule of thumb that I try to do is whatever area that we're involved in, I don't jump from spot to spot. And what I mean by that is if they go, well, okay, I want to start out with my full swing, and then I'm going to go over and do a little putting, and then can you check out my chipping? You know, and I'd be like, well,
it's a lot of stuff.
Let's pick one and let's see where it goes, so we don't get on brain overload. You know, and because you want what's best for the student, you want them to feel like they achieved something, or at least they learned something.
Sure.
You know. Mm-hmm. So, you know, interesting questions. And if you guys, again, want to call here at the show and chime in, we've got Dave Schmandl from Slick Sticks, 805-598-9993. Dave, we've got Jim DeLobby, PGA professional at Monarch Dunes also. And give us a shout with your golf equipment questions or swing questions at 595-3776. Going to take our first break of the second hour, come back with some loose impediments, which are topics we just kind of throw into an envelope and choose one and just see how far we can take it as far as discussion. And I want to thank the Patrons Caddy. It's not that far away. I can't believe it. You should be booking your trip to the 2018 Masters right now. You can do that at patronscaddy.com. Talk to Chris Rigby. You're looking for the ultimate turnkey experience for the Masters packages. The patronscaddy.com is where it's at. For the last 14 years, they've helped golf enthusiasts create an unforgettable memory at the Masters. It's a turnkey experience. They'll pick you up at the airport, run you through the whole experience, and then even take you back to the airport. They'll even stock the house with you with food and for breakfast and lunch, get you all set up. Check out thepatronscaddy.com today. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Be right back on ESPN Radio.